Chairman Serrano, thank you for the invitation to come here today. Representative Kirk, I really appreciate your comments earlier and your work on behalf of the residents of Illinois. I'm Barbara Popovic, Executive Director of CAN TV in Chicago, and I'm representing Alliance for Community Media and Alliance for Communications Democracy today. These are two national organizations that are devoted to public, educational, and government access, PEG access. I've been privileged to work through the years with public officials with the vision to recognize the importance of giving voice to the local community. So I particularly want to thank you, Chairman Serrano, because I know you had that vision in BronxNet with the creation of BronxNet. PEG access exists because of regulations that stem from the 1984 Cable Act, but the FCC's video franchising orders green light a major regulatory shift while failing to safeguard PEG, ignoring localism and diversity goals mandated by Congress. We're addressing this issue today because as appropriators, the FCC's role in this is your business. The FCC's video franchising proceeding contributed to passage of regressive state laws around the nation. These laws strip away local authority, weaken consumer protection, limit build-out, and undermine PEG access. As cable operators opt into these new state laws, we're seeing a reduction in pre-existing PEG obligations of incumbents, like studio closures in Michigan, Indiana, and other states. After 8 years of doing local programming, Sheriff David Lane of Porter County, Indiana, had his program unceremoniously shut down by Comcast when it closed all of its northern Indiana studios after passage of Indiana state law. Sheriff Lane said, "I've always thought that the organizations with whom we partnered, the nonprofits that are out there every day trying to improve the quality of life in northern Indiana, lost the most when we lost our program." The need for local channels hadn't changed. If anything, the need's stronger than ever. The FCC knows that. It's held hearings all over the country about the lack of localism in broadcast television. But take a walk down Main Street America. In many towns, you'll find that the only local television channel is a PEG channel. It's the go-to place for emergency alerts, community festivals, health education, school closing information, and local election debates. I'm disappointed AT&T didn't show up here today as a witness because the public programming they're carrying is marginalized on its U.S system. Congressional Research Service's September 5th report states that AT&T has chosen not to make PEG programming available to subscribers in the same fashion that it makes commercial programming available. Instead, AT&T treats PEG content the same way it treats Internet traffic. The CRS report details the deficiencies of AT&T's PEG product. Suffice it to say, AT&T consigns PEG channels to a format that's inferior to commercial channels in virtually every way that matters to a viewer. AT&T representatives have repeatedly acknowledged these deficiencies, but claim the PEG product is a work in progress. Well, why wait? My written testimony includes an independent engineering study that shows PEG channels can be treated equally on systems like AT&T's with readily available technology. Where the laws exist to prevent unequal treatment of PEG, the only reason it continues is government's failure to say three simple words: just do it. Here's a guide being distributed in the Chicago suburbs, and there are about 350, close to 400 channels here, and you don't see a single listing of a PEG channel. There will be no PEG programming in any electronic program guide, and despite the fact that Illinois law prohibits this from happening, Representative Kirk, in your district, the shows on hurricane relief that you're working on, the programs that your local constituents do, gone, nowhere. No one will find them. The need, Bottom line, AT&T, the company that promotes choice in cable franchising, is giving viewers no choice when it comes to PEG. This is the 21st century, an era of great technological advancements with the potential to serve the public good. No one can convince me that the only way we can see technological advancement in this country is to leave the people behind. Chairman Serrano and members of the committee, I speak to you as appropriators. You fuel the engine that drives our government, and when it comes to PEG access, we're headed in the wrong direction. We urge this committee to prohibit funds from being used to implement or enforce the FCC's video franchising orders, compel the FCC to reconsider these orders in light of the adverse effect on PEG, and ask the GAO to conduct a study to get to the bottom of the harm that have come to PEG from recent regulatory changes. My written testimony includes steps we urge Congress to take to help keep PEG healthy in the future. Thank you for the opportunity to testify.